We back. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to do. You know what I hate about Instagram Reels and TikTok and all that shit is as soon as you open it up, it's loud. And it's annoying. It's pretty annoying tactic. Just like that. Trying to get some work done, and I got a freaking metal song in my face, and it won't even mute itself. We're starting off strong, complaining. What happened was, when I turned on low latency last time, it made the video not 4K. And I'm 4K or bust, dude. If it's not 4K, I'm busting straight up. But we're back, dude. We're doing classic chocolate today. Still not sponsored. We're still not sponsored. Shout out All But Six. It's my guys. We were just in Salt Lake and Denver this past week. Why is it looks so ominous, yo? Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to chat about. The stash is gone. I was blowing my nose the other day. Got some boogers in my mustache. They dried. And then they got in my mouth, and it was gross. So I was like, nope, not for me. Plus, it grew in blonde, which was weird. And yeah, we're going bare. Shout out all my folks in Denver and Salt Lake. This past week, that shit was lit, dude. I was supposed to do 20 minutes, but because the All But Six family are my guys, they're like, yo, go ahead, do 30. They were both fucking sold out. Over 3,000 people at each. I forgot my in-ear monitors, so I was screaming into the mic. Oh yeah, we're going to talk about the Skrill fucking album. I'm all giddy. I'm so giddy, dude. Catalyst was my fucking... That's where I came up on my first shows. I don't know if I've ever told the story on the stream. I don't think I have. When I was like 17 or 18, I was a part of this promotion company called Vital SC. And they're the people who are responsible for the first Wobbleland 420. What's up? 420 hit. And it was like my first introduction. It was super fucking perfect timing. And I actually won, not really a contest, but it was kind of like, who do you want to see? And then all the local fools in San Jose were like, we want to see Getter to open for Rusko at the Catalyst. And if you're an old head like your boy, you know Rusko is a fucking dude that started it all, at least for me. It was probably my third or fourth show as a DJ. I didn't know the rules of DJing, especially being an opener for a very high profile artist like Rusko at the time. And I think this is my first time admitting this publicly, dude. 2010, 15 years ago, Rusko live 2010, live in Santa Cruz. Your fucking boy, 16, 17, however fucking old I was, went on stage, did an hour-long set, and then I get the word, yo, Rusko's here. You got like 10, 15 minutes. Bro, I played Rusko's biggest songs at the time, right before Rusko got on stage. I didn't know better. In my head, I was like, yo, this is the GOAT. I'm gassing them up. Like, I'm going to get them stoked. They don't give a fuck that I'm playing it. They want to hear him play it, so I'm going to get them hyped. I played Rusko's biggest songs 10 minutes before he got on stage. Look what I just found. The very right of the screen. Keep an eye out. You might see someone familiar. Oh, look who that is. That's me, dude. 2010. Bro, look, I'm a baby. And he was nice as fuck to me, even though I completely broke the rules. Had no idea. So shout out Rusko before his new teeth. Fast forward 8 years, 10 years later, I'm complaining about people doing that to me. Oh my God, that was Daniel. That's Sneak. That's hilarious. Look how young he looks. Damn. I had all my fucking Santa Cruz homies there. Oliver was there, Oliver Tree. We were mushed in the crowd. I was young, dumb, full of drugs. I trust your opinion on anything production. Do you always start with your Ableton project completely blank? Also, any tips on Mixdowns for trap beats? I used to start with templates. I still do sometimes. Like this, I'll show you here. This is literally what I start with every time, a blank slate. I had templates with a bunch of like preloaded stuff, but then everything kind of started like the mixes sounded the same and it all kind of like pushes you in one direction. Now, if I do use a template, it would look something like this, right? So I'll have a group here for drums. I'll have, say like this, a group for synths, and then usually a group for effects and samples. And that's pretty much what it'll look like. I'll do like 3 or 4 channels in each if I am going with a template, which I don't now, but when I did. And this just kind of gets rid of some of like the time in between instead of opening it up and having to create new tracks and color them and blah, blah, blah. You just hop right on in. Tips on mixdowns for rap beats. I don't think it matters a whole lot for mixdowns for rap beats because you're going to end up mixing it again with the vocals. Get it sounding as good as you can, the beat, that is. Once the vocals are on top, then you go about like the real mixdown. A cheat code, I tell all my homies this trick, dude. There's a plugin called Track Spacer that you can buy, and it's essentially a sidechain specifically for vocals. The way I do it is I'll make the beat, export it as is, and then throw it in a new instance and record on that. So that way I don't have to worry about the different channels. I usually will do like 1 mono layer for the main and then like 2 layers of sides, so like 4 other ones. But go on that first take, the main vocal track, and you put the track spacer on the beat, route it to the main vocal track, and then you can use like multi-band sidechaining to cut into the beat. So I'll usually like leave the lows and the super highs alone just below where the hi-hats and the top end of the snare hit, and you can carve that out of like the beat, but you don't notice it when the vocals are on it. So you can get the vocals and the beat loud as fuck. Yeah, I hope that helps, big guy. Favorite tune from the new Skrill album? Honestly, the new ones with Boys Noise and Dylan Brady from 100 Gex. Those are so cool. Obviously Voltage and San Diego VIP and DMB Ting. Those new ones with Boys Noise and Dylan Brady. And then Squishy Clip and I think it's Slick Man are so cool. How did I meet Oliver Tree? Hilarious. I switched high schools, made all new friends, and my homie, his brother-in-law, lived in Santa Cruz. We would take the Diridon bus from San Jose to Santa Cruz and chill with them like every weekend. And Oliver was just in their friend group, and he had 2 broken arms when I met him. He was like this, dapped him up. He's like, what's good? We're all getting fucked up, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, what happened to your arms? And he's like, my parents put me through clown school, and we did a unicycle lesson, and I fell down and snapped both my arms. Dude, for months, went about my life. Anytime anybody brought up Oliver, I'm like, it's crazy about his arms, right? And the next time we went over there, went up to his homie Ray. It was something along the lines of like, yo, can't believe he broke his arms in a unicycling thing. And he's like, dude, he tells that shit to everybody. He rides BMX, bro. He fell down. There was so he was just like lying the whole time. It was so funny. But yeah, and then we became pretty close friends. We liked a lot of the same rap, liked a lot of the same dubstep, EDM shit. He actually taught me how to DJ, and I taught him how to produce. We both had kind of a grasp on what it was, but then I was like, do this, and he was like, do this. It was fun. Good guy. Love Oliver Tree. One of the best musicians around now. Yeah. Are you talking about the Skrillex album? I love the DJ Smokey hosting throughout the whole thing. I've been following Smokey for a while, bro. Evil Ways, the first one, detrimental to my rap come up. Shout out DJ Smokey. I love that Skrillex puts on Fools. It's amazing. I'm so glad he's back. Can't wait to see what comes next. Sonny, if you're watching, if you see this, we all love you. Great album. What would help the artist the most? I'd love to see more uploads from you, by the way. From my personal experience, because I've had Getter forever when I was trying to go more Tara Reid, as well as it did. I'm super proud of it. No complaints at all. The one thing that I did notice, the translation from numbers to plays and visits. Don't worry about me. Like, I'm chilling. I'm doing this for the love of it. But for artists that are coming up, I do feel like it needs to be kind of even when it comes to content and music, because we all know that we're just going to get robbed from Spotify. It's cool. Like, we've accepted that. If they're going to take everybody's money, they might as well hook us up with something else. A lot of people have been coming up to me being like, I love the podcast. So it's cool that people are receiving it as a podcast. So I might lean more in that direction and keep this same exact shit, get rid of this, move everything up on a shelf up there and get a couch and start having guests. Homies that make music, but homies that don't make music too. Me and Casey Rocket from Kill Tony been talking a lot. He's a great dude. Hilarious. And I thought it would be funny to like, what if I had an episode where I have fucking Casey Rocket on and we make a song and he raps or sings or does whatever. I just think it'd be interesting. Love to get more guests on. Would you ever be on an episode of Cold Ones with Max and Chad? Yes, and I was. I'm going to be honest. We're doing a lot of confessions. It was right around the same time of me moving to Denver and isolating. I was by myself and there was a lot of feelings in my head and I was like, oh man, I think I'm depressed. Turns out I wasn't. I didn't want to see doctors, so I could just kind of self-diagnose myself, you know? And then I went to psychiatrist type thing, and they were like, oh yeah, you're super depressed, dude. Here's Lexapro. They put me on Lexapro. Was on Lexapro, went on tour with Gravy. It was right after my breakup too, so I did the whole tour abstinent. I wasn't macking on any girls. I wasn't drinking. It was my first tour sober. Get off of that, go directly to Australia, right? Now, one of the things with Lexapro is you're not supposed to drink on it. I guess it's very dangerous, and it will fuck you up even worse. I didn't know that. I don't know if my doctor didn't tell me, but if he did, I wasn't listening. Did the whole Gravy tour without getting fucked up. Go to Australia. I get to the city where Max and Chad are. I've been talking to them for a minute, especially Max. Great guys. We hang out a little bit. Kudos was there. Shout out Kudos. We're chilling. They love Tara Reid. They're like, yo, let's do Cold Ones. I'm like, fuck yes. I fucking love this show. Love all the skits, everything, blah, 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 blah. Keep in mind, I'm on Lexapro and I haven't drank for probably about 8 months at this point. I think I was also tapering off of it because I wanted to stop. And so in my head, I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm going to do Cold Ones as Tara Reid and I'm going to drink for the first time in 6 or 7 months. And I'm going to get fucked up on camera. It'll be hilarious. I hope I throw up. I hope I make a fucking dumbass of myself. People haven't seen this side of me in forever. Yeah. Tell you how the episode starts. So they're like, make some noise for Tara Reid. And then we did like, I think it was 100 different alcohols poured into a boot or something. And the way it would work would be they're filming and they give you an alcohol. You look at the camera, say what it is, take a sip, pour it in the cup. It was like a cup like this fucking big. And that was the premise of the Cold One shit I was doing with them. And halfway through it, I started to sweat. Lexapro beef sweats. And at first everyone's laughing. Oh, he's super drunk already. Haha. And then it started to like get worrisome. And I started to like not only slur my words, but like I couldn't keep, like if y'all are the Cold Ones boys or the camera, like I couldn't even look at them. I was drenched in sweat and then I couldn't finish sentences, not even slurring. But the thing was, is I remember I didn't feel that drunk. I think it was just because like you're not supposed to drink on Lexapro and it was still at the beginning. So my tour manager's like, yo dude, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then it kept going and then they just cut it off. They're like, hey man, we can't do this. You're too fucked up. I do remember going into an Uber and throwing up in the Uber. Yeah, next morning I woke up, I wasn't even hungover and I was like, fuck, I fucked that up. My favorite show. I was like, hey guys, that was my bad. Sorry for wasting your time. I just found out that you're not supposed to drink on Lexapro, so that's what happened. Hopefully I get to try it again. But you know, whatever. I took the L, moved forward. Great guys. They're still my homies. Chad has an amazing Sharpay.